Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a chance to enjoy some of the great weather this weekend. Just wanted to update you. If you follow me on social media, you know that I've been pouring through the new tax law this weekend. And so I just wanted to update you this morning on what I believe is the most significant section of the law that will apply to us maybe this week. I'm working with local lenders to see when they will be ready. So it may be something that takes place this week. I just want to give you, this is Section 1102 of the CARES Act. It's the Paycheck Protection Program. These are loans that will be made available sometime maybe this week through June 30th of this year. And the whole intent of this program is to cover payroll costs and some other operating costs for an 8-week period during this shutdown when the businesses are closed, just to try to keep all the employees on the payroll and to try to help the businesses to get through this shutdown period. So I just want to give you just a couple of pointers, a couple of points that I think are very important. And then you'll be getting an email. It'll contain all the details and some links. And as soon as I hear back from the lenders, hopefully today, I'll be able to let you know when the applications will be open and when you're able to start applying for these loans. So again, the loan period will be sometime maybe this week through June 30th. So we do have till June 30th to get this done. The loans can be used to cover any kind of covered costs during the period February 15th to June 30th. So if you apply for these loans, if you have already applied for the EIDL loans, those will be rolled into this new program. So these are available to all small businesses. Those are under 500 employees, and there are some exceptions. If you go over the 500 employee threshold, there are some exceptions for restaurants and some other programs like that, or other businesses like that. These also will apply to 501c3, which are most of your known 501c3s that are exempt under Section 501A. So that's most of your nonprofit charitable organizations. Let's see. It also includes sole props and independent contractors. For most businesses, the maximum loan amount will be the average of your last 12 months payroll costs. So for my business, that will end tomorrow. So it will be the period April 1st through March 31st. So I want to make sure that I have a nice, that have my payroll run by tomorrow. So maybe if I typically run payroll on March 31st, I want to make sure that I run that last payroll because that's going to figure into my average. So the average will be, you'll take your payroll costs for the last 12 months, you'll multiply, divide that by 12 to get your average monthly payroll costs and multiply by 2.5. And in addition to that, you'll add in any EIDL loans that you applied for beginning February 15th that up until the day that you apply for this loan. So that's going to be an extra bonus for some businesses that got those loans during that period. The loans are no longer available. So if you weren't able to get your loan during that period, this will be the first one that you're eligible for. So what are payroll costs? Payroll costs will cover salaries and wages. It'll cover any kind of your payroll benefits. I believe it's going to cover your Texas state unemployment tax. Self-employed, it's called net self-employed income, and I'm still working on that. I don't have all the details yet, but I believe that will cover anything that you reported on your Form SE as your net self-employment tax, as your net self-employment income subject to self-employment tax. So whether or not we can add back special depreciation and bonus depreciation, I don't know if they have considered that or if we will get more details about that later. That will make a huge difference for some. It looks like it will cover not just W-2 wages, but also Section 1 or 1099. So if you sent somebody in that 12-month period, if you sent out 1099s, it looks like it's going to cover that. It looks like it's going to cover your own self-employed income. these loans will have no personal liability for organizational loans. So if you sign for these loans through your business, you're not personally liable on those. There are no administration fees, and if it sounds too good to be true, we'll see. There are no loan administration fees. The terms are up to 10 years and 4%, which is a fantastic rate. The EIDL loans, I talked about this earlier, from the period 215 to 327, so not through 630. So 215 to 327 to March 27th, which is the date that this law was passed, those will be deferred for 6 to 12 months, and they can be rolled into this new loan, which is forgivable, and we'll talk about that in just a second. There's no prepayment penalty. The express loan programs that were available on Friday are no longer available. And then the final point that I just wanted to let you know about is that you will be, if you use these loans to cover costs, covered costs, which I'll talk about in just a second, for an 8-week period from the date you get the loan, count forward 8 weeks. And if you use these loans for those covered costs during that period, they are forgivable, which means you don't have to pay them back, and they don't count as taxable income. So this is whether or not it's great for our economy, it's a great deal for businesses. And if you haven't applied for them, or you're not thinking about it, really consider that. And as I said, I'll let you know this week. Hopefully, once I get to talk to the lenders, when those applications will be opened up. They've set aside some billions, I think it's $350 billion to cover these loans. And it looks like when that money is gone, it's gone. So I personally am going to make sure that I get my loan application in the day they open, and I'll let you know when that date is. And as far as during the 8-week period, what kind of costs can you pay? Your payroll costs, which we talked about earlier, utilities, interest on a mortgage that's in the name of the business, and interest on other loans that are in the name of the business. So if you have a personal loan, it won't cover that. But if you have a business loan, a business line of credit, the interest on that, it will cover that. Utilities, it will cover business rent, and I think that's about it. So you take out this loan as soon as it becomes available. You use it to cover 8 weeks worth of approved costs, and then you don't have to pay that back. So I'll get back with you as soon as I have some more information, and we'll just keep our eyes on it. There's another loan that's also available, the EIDL loan, and I'll be working on that today. And when I get more information on that, I'll let you know. You guys have a great day, and be ready. Things are changing.